Check it out, a photo of a tree. What's poppin', people? It's Dante. Look at this, the leaves are building up. Yeah, let's put the photo in front of the trees, right? It's a photo of a Japanese tree here in Fairmount Park. Got the half moon today. Looking beautiful, looking beautiful. And so yeah, I'm thinking about nature and why photograph nature, why be in nature, why spend time in nature, why nature. So I'm full of biophilia, which essentially just means the love of life, the love of living things, whether it's the animals like those squirrels over there. We have so many black squirrels here, they're just so cool. Like, I don't know, I only ever see them here. Yeah, the love for animals, love for living things. Ooh, a deer! There's a deer! There's a freaking deer! I see a deer. Too bad the GoPro won't pick it up. Wow, I mean, I feel like not many people in the city of Philadelphia can wake up in the morning and say that the first thing they saw was a deer. You know, it's like the concrete jungle of the city. While I do thrive in its chaos as a street photographer, I prefer to be in a natural space because I feel best here. I think there's something natural about aligning with nature, right? It sounds redundant to say this, but there is something special in an open space where you're under an open sky filled with all of this fresh air. You only get to hear, you know, the birds, you know, the leaves rustling. You know, there's something simple about nature that I thrive in. And so yeah, I believe that I photograph and oh, there's another deer. It's staring right at me. Come here. Come here, buddy. Oh, it's running away. It's scared of me. See, they're more afraid of you than... Oh, it's gonna cross. Maybe you can see it. Watch, there's a hole there. Go through the hole, buddy. I'm gonna run to you. I'm gonna hunt you down. No, come back. I wanna get close to it, you know? They're afraid of you, you know? There it goes, galloping away. Gonna go eat all my plants. No, it's going to the gate. And so, I mean, this is why I love nature, right? I think it brings you joy, right? It brings you joy. And I think also when it comes to photography, you know, there's infinite novelty to find within these mundane sort of walks in nature, because there is randomness, there is entropy, there are changes that occur throughout the seasons where the leaves are now red or orange or yellow, right? They wither away, they die, they decay, they fall into the ground. And yeah, you can make photos of trees. Like here we have a tree that I photographed. I got this cool tree photo. Maybe you can see it. Maybe there's glare. But yeah, and then I think when you photograph in black and white, you can actually abstract the world, you can abstract nature, and it becomes this very ethereal depiction of the world where, yeah, I think actually, what book was I looking at? Somebody was showing me, it's Ernst Haas, right? Creations, I think, Ernst Haas. And all of the photos of nature, like, they're not traditional landscapes like you think of Ansel Adams or something, but they're all these like abstract views where when you go really close using macro mode and you get really close to leaves or natural things, they almost become like these grand landscapes, right? Where like I could photograph these rocks, like these simple rocks, and uplift this mundane scene of rocks to actually almost look like a larger landscape, like taking the small details, the macro function on the camera, and uplifting those details to something more grand or to a greater height, right? So yeah, when you look at life in all of its complexities, you know, looking at this bark on the tree, yeah, there's something about that where it just provides joy in life. Like, I think that's the main point, right? It's like how to find more joy in life. I think actually just spending more time in nature is a pretty simple solution. Actually, yesterday I went for a walk in nature in the city, just where the Schuylkill River Trail is. And yeah, I mean, I find some great moments. Like, there are people that frequent these trails and you can still do street photography there. And yeah, I think actually for the next month I'm gonna spend my evenings along the river, because the sun in the winter doesn't hit the streets as well in these months, where I just genuinely love to align with the sunlight. I feel best in the sunlight. And so if you actually go to the riverside and photograph or walk there in Philadelphia during these months, you can catch the sunset, you can bask in the sun. And yeah, I think that just promotes joy, that promotes happiness. Yeah, there's something about just spending the maximum amount of time in natural spaces and under the sun that just promotes human thriving, human flourishing. And here we have Goethe. This was apparently the first Übermensch. I believe Friedrich Nietzsche actually said that this man was the first Übermensch. I like this sculpture. Yeah, he actually so yeah, I think he said something about Goethe being the first Übermensch. He was the first person to fulfill his concept or something, or he admired him. I gotta read him soon, eventually. So yeah, just random thoughts, just just sharing my perspective, my point of view, because it brings more meaning in my life, similar to me spending time alone in nature. It brings more meaning in my life. I honestly, like, when I'm alone in nature, I think this is like peak flourishing. It's like just watching, the TV. Imagine watching the TV. Like, this is the TV, right? Just staring at the leaf, wiggling. Like, that's the TV. And just watching them fall from the trees and stuff like that, yeah. Disconnect from the, oh, there goes the leaf. There goes the leaf, it's falling down. Oh, try to catch it with the freaking print. But yeah, I think that's all, right? Just trolling around in the morning and sharing my journey, sharing my photo. Nature is good. God is good. Wow, look at the sky. Yeah, not to mention, when you're in an open space like this, you can photograph the sky, right? And sometimes when you're in the city and you're crowded on the sort of like grid, you just don't get a nice view of the sky. I like to see the sky. And that's maybe why my favorite location in the city is the river trail, because you always get a clean backdrop of the sky. And yeah, that helps with compositions, so that's another plus. And you get the good lights. Yeah, try it out. Go to a park. If you live in a city, like, just see what happens if you spend at least an hour alone on a nature path without any phones, technology, whatever, and see what that does for you.